Before you trade gold this week, you need to hear this because I think gold is about to trap a lot of traders. And if you know what's coming, the trap becomes your opportunity. Here's the setup. For 4 weeks now, gold has been locked in a battle. Every dip keeps stopping around the same psychological number of 4,000, and every rally keeps dying at the same ceiling. That kind of tug of war never lasts. And this Wednesday, the Federal Reserve announces its rate decision right into the middle of it. Now, here's the part almost nobody is talking about. My analysis says the first move after the Fed will probably be the wrong move. A fast, scary drop, one that knocks out the buyers right before the real rally begins. I've mapped the exact zone where that drop should land and the exact level that tells us the rally is on. Two numbers if you trade gold, silver, or the dollar this week. These two numbers are your entire week. But to understand why gold moves, we have to start where the pressure is coming from, the US dollar. Then silver, which is quietly setting up something special, and gold is the finale. Stay with me till the end because the last 5 minutes are where the opportunity is. So let's begin with dollar index on the weekly frame. I'm turning to candles here. I'll be plotting the bullish extensions from the low here. So let's connect with the first bullish extension here. So the first one is added and I'm switching to the next lower time frame. And here on the lower time frame, I have two options. So first, I'll be connecting a reverse fib on this drop. So I'll be connecting the fib retracement on the previous downward corrective move, starting from the top and connecting with the lowest point here. And similarly, I'll be adding a reverse fib on this corrective move down. And we will map the confluence of fib lines here. So we have the next reverse fib added now. Now I'll be zooming out and I get to see here a very strong extension. So this is the target in the coming week for US dollar index. Now we can remove the reverse retracements from the chart and I'll be switching to the next lower time frame, that is 4-hourly frame. Now on the 4-hourly frame, this is the level to watch out. So this is the local support here. So in the current week, in the upcoming week, if we see any drop from the current levels, the buyers should hold it above 101.02, or to round it off, I can say 101. Now I'll be switching to the next lower time frame, that is 1H. Now on the hourly frame, the structure remains bullish, moving back to line chart here. So it is printing the sequence of higher highs and higher lows here. So every dip has been bought, and if it dips again and holds above 101, the idea is to buy, and we have already derived the magnets, we have derived the targets, and the target is sitting around 102.60. So this is the plan for US dollar index. Now, if it reaches to 102.6, then I'll be expecting a reversal here. So this is expected post Fed's announcement. So here I'll be expecting the bearish divergence to form, and a short-term reversal is highly anticipated before moving higher. Now let's move to silver. Same thing, I need to start on the weekly frame here. Now on the weekly frame, the structure is still bearish. So it is printing the sequence of lower highs and lower lows. It has not yet reversed. So let's apply the first bearish extension on the first move down. So this is the first leg down and the extension bearish is added. And I'll be adding the second extension on the second leg down here. So I have applied two bearish extensions here. So we got the magnet zone here. This is the magnet support zone. and this is the weekly resistance magnet zone, both highlighted. Now I'm moving to the next lower time frame, that is daily. Now on the daily frame, the structure remains bearish. This is high, lower high, lower high. We have low, lower low, lower low, and lower low. Now it reached exactly to the magnet zone and bounced up. It did not enter into the zone. So I'm expecting that after the Fed's announcement, now this is the local high. So it is in a way acting sideways. It's moving sideways. It's ranging right now. So my expectation is that after the Fed's announcement, the first reaction would be that it will move lower, it will hit the magnet support zone, it will enter into the zone or maybe false break, and then quickly reverse back. So this is my expectation. And the target here is when it reverses back, first it has to break above 62.82. So in my previous video, I've talked about 63 as the nearest target, which did not get completed. Now I'm expecting after the reversal, after creating a false break around the magnet support zone, the first target would be 62.8 or 63, followed by 64.85, and eventually I'm looking at 67.85 or maybe 68, but this will happen post Fed's announcement. Now I'm switching to 4 hourly frame here. Now only on the 4 hourly frame I could see bullish divergence between the last two lows, and this bearish channel is broken. It's taken out, and it comes with divergence on the histogram, and the buyers, they have completed the formality of breaking this level. Now it is moving lower to complete the corrective move, and I won't be surprised that after Fed's announcement, if it again raids the low here, so basically we have orders here, stop orders of the early buyers would be taken out, maybe little deeper as explained on the higher time frame, and then a quick reversal. So the idea here is that I'll be buying the dips. So this is my plan. So I'm adding retracement here. So first it should take support around 55.79 to 56.13. This is one of the probabilities that it maybe it does not enter into the deeper zone and it bounces back on the retracement from 55.79 to 56.13. And the second probability is it breaks the level and it cleans the low one more time, and then it quickly reverses back. So any which ways, I'm not interested in shorting here. I'll be patiently waiting for accumulation here. So I'll be waiting for the retest of 55.79 or maybe deeper. And a deeper retest would range from 54.81 to 51.97, and then a quick reversal. Now, if I move to 1 hourly chart, the 1 hourly frame after breaking in the bullish direction here, it is right now printing the sequence of lower highs. So basically, I'm expecting that this high will hold before Fed's announcement. It may remain range bound here. So I'll be adding a reverse fib. So now the local resistance is 59.81 to 60. So this is the resistance to be broken before marching higher. But my expectation is that it will remain below 59.860. It will retest 55, maybe deeper, and then a quick reversal. Quick thought before gold. This week, your biggest risk isn't the Fed, it's you at 10 p.m. Wednesday, watching a red position with your finger on the button. Every trader watching this has a plan. Very few have a system that enforces it. That's Tradechecx. It connects your MT4 or MT5, locks your account when your loss limit hits, protects your profits when you reach target, and scores your discipline from 300 to 850 with your trade score. A 28-day free trial link is given below. Now, gold and the two numbers I promised. So similar thing on the weekly frame here. The structure still remains bearish. So this is the important level here. And I'm going to mark the highs and the lower highs here. So this is high, lower high, lower high, and lower high. So it is making the sequence of lower highs and lower lows. So structure is bearish on the weekly frame. Now I'm moving to daily frame here. Now on the daily frame, right now it is locked in between the support. Now this is the major level at 3998, the psychological mark. And here we have the major level at 4176, or maybe slightly higher, we can say around 4200. So it has tested multiple times the low around 3950, and it has failed to break the high of 4200 here. So I'm gonna use a parallel channel here. So this is the sideways channel. Now I'm expecting that after the Fed's announcement, it may come back to the previous low and hunt the stop losses around 3950, or maybe slightly deeper. It can also go towards 3880, but this would be short lived, and this is to trap the traders here. And I'm expecting a sharp reversal. And my plan is to buy on the dips, and the first target would be 4176 or 4200 here. Now, if it breaks the parallel channel in the upward direction, so I'm just cloning the channel here. So I'm expecting once we see a valid breakout above 4176 or 4200, then the next target is the mid of the upper channel. So here the level would be 4275, eventually reaching towards 4376. Now I'll be moving to the next lower time frame, that is 4H. Now on the 4 hourly frame, it printed bullish divergence. It completed the breakout structure. It has cleaned this high and it starts rolling down. So I was expecting a break of 4176, which did not happen. So it is a sign of weakness here. So I'm expecting that after the Fed's announcement, US dollar is going to rally to complete its high. We have already analyzed the levels, and gold will come down and hit 3980, 3950, maybe slightly deeper towards 3880, and hunt the losses below this low. This is actually a double bottom and then a quick reversal. So my idea is to buy the dips here. Now let's add the bullish extensions here. So I'm gonna move to the next lower time frame, that is 1H here. Now on the 1 hourly frame, the first bullish extension is to be started from the low here, and this is the first extension added. Now we can change the extension color, and we can zoom out and look at the levels here. So the first level is 4180 after the false breakout, and if it continues higher directly without cleaning the lows here, then we need a valid break above 4180. Once it breaks above 4180, then the next level is 4217, 4240, and eventually I'm looking at 4277 here. Now let's move to 15 minutes here. And on the 15 minutes, I want to see if we have the probability of applying the second extension to get the magnets here. I do not see the probability here. So I'll be adding the retracement on this leg. So here we have two probabilities. Number one, that the level of 3994 to 4007 holds, and we do not see the retest of 3950 or 3965, then I'll be expecting continuation higher directly from this level. And the second probability, which is a very high one around Fed's announcement, is to false break the lows and continuation higher. Now, assuming that we get to see the bounce from 3994, I'm gonna apply an imaginary fib extension here on the next leg here. So the imaginary extension starts from the previous low, connecting to the highs around 4161. And assuming that this makes a low again, I'll be changing the extension color here. So the first target would be 4120, followed by 4194. So basically, it's a zone which falls in between 4180 to 4194. And ultimately, I'll be looking for the next magnet zone of 4300 to 4315. And then the top of the channel is around 4392 to 4398 here, or 4400, the round figure number. So this is my plan. So you should trade cautiously and you should not get trapped. And if in any case it breaks below 3880 and holds below 3880, then the bullish thesis would be invalidated and I'll be looking for the deeper levels, and it will move directly towards 3750 or maybe lower. So there's your map. The dollar at its ceiling, silver at its decision point, and gold, the dive, then the level. If it drops and holds where I showed you, that's not a crash, that's your opportunity. Now, one important announcement. You know my rule. When there's a major event midweek, there is no Wednesday review, and a Fed rate decision is a major as it gets. The level I gave you today are built to survive Wednesday. Trust the plan, respect your stops, and let the event come to you. So the next time we speak is next Sunday with full review of how the Fed week actually played out, level by level. Set the notification bell so you don't miss it. Until then, comment in the section below. Is this dip a trap or an opportunity? I read everyone. Trade with discipline, protect your capital, and I'll see you on Sunday. This is Nikhil from Moneytize signing off.